photographer slash modeling agency owner slash model. So, tell me a little about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, my family, they're all from Rockville, South Carolina. I'm actually from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
You came in the house?
Yeah. My father, he actually was like a military person. His life. My mother, I kind of don't know. So when he went to the Army, he kind of supported us. I lived with my grandmother for about 7 years old, and then he came and they basically took care of us. So I've been with him ever since then. So my mother, the relationship is rocky because I really don't know much about her, so I feel kind of awkward when I'm with her most of the time. But me and my father is really strong.
So when did you realize you wanted to start your own modeling agency?
Well, when I was in high school, I actually was like really chubby, like I was really fat, and I always wanted to be a model. Like I felt like I can always take really strong pictures, and I felt like fashion-wise, like I was always into fashion. I always had the new Jordans, always had the new clothing and stuff like that, and I just wanted to be somebody who take pictures because, like, in the morning time, first thing I do is get out of my bed, take a picture of my outfit, show everybody, like, hey, look what I got on. And then, yeah, well, that wasn't around when I was in school, but
My face.
Skonex.
Oh yeah, take it back.
Yeah, so basically, I entered one of the fashion shows at my high school, which is Boys and Girls High School. I did really well, and I didn't have much friends. I was kind of quiet, but then I started playing basketball. Kind of got into better shape, and my friends level just skyrocketed from there. It seemed like everybody went to my friend in, and then from there I just started going to auditions and getting turned down and stuff like that because I didn't fit certain requirements such as height. My weight was kind of off still, but it wasn't because it really wasn't what they wanted. And then I still didn't have no professional way. Like I never took a photo shoot before with any type of professionals. So basically what I did, kind of like in 2007 or 2008, I would say, I met with a friend, Tanika Robinson. She's one of my models now. And I had a camera in my house. This was one of my father's old cameras. And I felt like I could just take pictures of her and post it up and people would like it. I felt like I was going to be a professional photographer. And basically, I took pictures of her and I posted it to like Skonex and stuff like that. And this is when MySpace came on. I posted it there. Everybody hated the pictures. Like, it was just like trash. I was like, oh man, like, what am I supposed to do? So Tanika was like, just keep pushing, keep pushing. So I left my camera from 2008 to now. This year I bought a Canon T3, and basically I just started taking still life photos. And from there, I started getting back into taking photos with humans. Basically, still life was kind of boring after a while, taking pictures of plants and stuff like that. So I met up with Tanika again. I said, hey, do you want to take some more photos? She was like, sure, why not? My birthday was coming up. So we took some birthday photos and stuff like that. They came out really well. I posted it on Facebook. I got such a good reaction from it. And I just felt like, all right, I can do this. And from there, I just used pretty much the resources that I had from when I was actually trying to do like fashion shows and stuff like that. Because I did limited print work when I was a little younger. I took basically all the photographers I met, some of the agents that I met. I took all of the stuff that they were telling me, basically like how to run it, what to do, what not to do, who to work with, who not to work with. And I started something small this past summer, and it was just me and one other girl. Not Tanika, because Tanika she started school, I didn't want to bother her too much. So I found another girl named Tanae. I worked out a photo shoot with her. From there, I posted it, made a Freshman Faces, that's the name of my agency. And I made a page on Facebook, and basically from there, everybody just fell in love with the work. And then weekly, I talked to different people, everybody went through photo shoots. I started adding in a lot of people without knowing them. That was kind of one thing that a lot of people did tell me not to do. And I started to see like certain things happen to my agency, like the vision that I had for it, it just wasn't there. Like everything that I envisioned for it pretty much went downhill because instead of me basically talking to the person, filling them out, you know, because a lot of people, they feel like they can model, they feel like they can do certain things. And some people just out there to get photo shoots, you know, up their likes on Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that. So I had a lot of people that kind of fell into that category at first. So that was one of the downhill moments in my agency. But all that in a nutshell, like I feel like the main reason being that I opened my own agency is because I wanted to basically show other people, especially different ages and different models, that you don't have to be extremely beautiful or extremely tall to model and stuff like that. Print work, if a print work, you can pretty much be a midget to do print work. It's just that you have to have personality, you have to be eager, you have to be hungry to become a model. And the things that I actually did, like the fact that I lost so much weight and all that stuff, and I continued to strive, even though I got turned down at the time. I just continued to go ahead and, you know, try my hardest. Eventually, I actually did get a few print jobs and stuff like that. But I just felt like photography was my way to go because I felt like it's my strong point. I actually feel like I feel better behind the camera than in front of the camera. So.
Where do you get the majority of your work done? Like, do you travel? You stay in one area, you travel?
Yeah, well, right now I actually have 2 studios. I have one out here in Manhattan, and then I have one in Brooklyn on Broadway. I actually do travel a lot. I just made a business trip to Boston because I am planning on expanding out to Boston and Philly as well. I shoot like 3 to 4 times a week. Most times it's in Manhattan because I feel like it's a little more live out here. Like you can pretty much get better shots due to light and people. That's, you know, basically consistent traffic. And Brooklyn's kind of dull. If you want a kind of a dramatic shot, you can go to Brooklyn. But if you want something kind of more of the limelight, you'll come out here and pretty much find a nice area.
How do you prepare for a fashion shoot or a show?
Well, the shoots, I pretty much call Danielle, which is my partner, basically. I go to her for every single thing. I come up with the concept, I come up with the location, and we just talk about who to select, poses and stuff like that, time of the day and stuff. Just basically filling out the entire shoot because when I actually get there, I want to jump right into shooting. I want the makeup to be done, the hair to be done and stuff like that, just to make sure everything is pretty much laid out and, you know, ready to go because I do pay for studio time and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I do. And I have my iPad, my iPhone next to me all the time. I have so many different themes and stuff like that ready to go consistently. So say for instance, one theme doesn't particularly fit this person, we can pretty much throw them into something else the following day or the next week, whenever we are ready to do that particular shoot. So, and then America's Next Top Model, of course. I watch the reruns all the time. Kind of getting, I don't steal ideas, but I kind of fill out the things that they
inspiration.
Yeah, I fill it out and just kind of tweak it, make it better, try to make it better. And then I go to B&H. I go to B&H once a week consistently to look at new lens and stuff like that because depending on the shoot that I'm doing, I might need a particular lens to kind of do that particular shoot. So I do look at lenses to spend tons of money on lenses. Every 2 weeks. Yeah, every 2 weeks I'm buying something different or something for my agency or something for my camera. So that's what I did for preparation.
What do you do in your spare time? If you have any.
Spare time. Once I get home, I take off all my clothing from work and I jump on my laptop and get right to work for my agency because I feel like I have no time to stop. I'm doing this by myself, basically. And I'm not the best person at running an agency and stuff like that, but I am working to get there, so I have to make sure I'm on top of every single thing. I don't want to fall back on nothing.
What advice did you have for other aspiring photographers?
Well, I would say photography is like a trial and error. Books, classes can get you much so far, but with you being behind the camera, actually taking photos, looking to see what looks good on the computer, you know, when you print it out, and just kind of knowing exactly what's going on. You have to really study photography. You have to study it harder than you would in class, harder than what somebody else would tell you, harder than the books would tell you. It's just more about an eye thing. If you have a really good eye, and you can pretty much look at a photo and tell what looks good, does the hair look good, or even if you don't still life, like is the camera out of focus, is the colors right, or the lighting right? You have to know pretty much every single thing. I just feel like if you want to really get into photography, you have to have time and patience, because like I told you before, 2007 to now, for me to actually just start doing what I'm doing, it's kind of a long time for me to learn about a camera.
but you're young, you know, we plenty of time.
Yeah, because from that point when I put my camera down, I never stopped really thinking about that camera. I never stopped studying about that camera. I just continued to do what I had to do, because you never know what can happen, what can arise. Like, I mean, it was just one day, income tax comes in, it's like, hey, I know a lot about cameras now, why not buy a camera and try it again? So that's what I did, and I just never stopped. Even though my first piece of work was garbage, quote unquote, to what people say, I still felt like if I put my best effort, being that I'm older and I'm more knowledgeable of certain things, I felt that it would just be so much better. So I would just tell everybody, just be patient, like, don't rush the process.
Where can viewers find more about your company if you're interested?
Well, the majority of my stuff right now, I'm actually posting to Facebook, whether it's mine or the Freshman Faces on Facebook. Most of the pictures, the majority of pictures go to Instagram. And then Twitter, you can find us at Freshman Faces 1. That's basically for all the updates with castings, free walking classes that I do offer to every single person, no matter if they're within the agency or not. And then also have a website that I am building up, so that should be up in probably a couple of weeks or so. And I got posters pretty much everywhere in Brooklyn. Yeah, so if you pretty much go to Brooklyn, you'll find stuff everywhere. So.
Sounds great. Well, thank you for taking time out with us. R.E.M TV.